Before we get started, I call the meeting to order. We do have a forum here, and we're going to be deliberating and take action on the following items. The first is to select a nominee for the board of directors of Newton County Appraisal District. We've got Lacey Avant is on there now. Newton County. Do y'all want to nominate somebody else? How could he?
Make that informed vote. I'll second.
You made a motion. You second? Motion is made second that we reappoint J.C. Avant from Newton County to the Old Appraisal District Committee. Any discussion? Not all in favor? We're going to skip down to we'll go ahead and do number 2. For the tax payer PI, P&I on DPO ID 00513-000-222-001-002-96-401,000 000-5-003-0-01745.
Yes, good morning, Court. I have a taxpayer that has requested waiver of penalty and interest. One of the accounts is a UDI account, which is an undivided interest. Half of the account, half of the property is in his company name, half is in his personal name. And then the other accounts is property, all other accounts is property owned by his wife that she had inherited. I do believe that he meant to pay all of his taxes. When you come in without, statements, and you have numerous accounts, it is tough. And I did speak with this clerk, and it's neither here nor there, but she said, the bottom line is, I feel like that he meant to pay all his taxes. I really do. When he came in. He did come in with no statements, but statements or not, what I've done as corrective action is this form, and we will tweak it. I'm going to look at it, some more, and it can be tweaked. But if they don't have anything, then at the very least, they can write all the names that their property is in. We should have a copy of this, Judge, sometime. Yes. Okay, right there. To prevent this, and then the taxpayer can sign it, the clerk can sign it, and every account that they pay, it will be scanned into. I'm trying to find a way for this not to happen again. It doesn't happen often, but I don't like it happening. The total P&I that would be waived is $103.86. The law firm, I have talked with them, they said they will go with the court. Attorney fees are $67.77. They said if the court waives the P&I, they will waive their attorney fees. So, like I said, I do believe that the gentleman came in with the intention of paying all of his taxes. I take full responsibility my clerk asked me, do you want me to come to court? No, I don't. They do everything they can. And, I just asked the court to consider this request. $103.86 is the total.
That's not attorney fees or not?
No, sir, that's penalty and interest, that's on 5 accounts. That's the total, penalty and interest on 5 accounts.
I noticed the, Jeff, the enterprise, the business one, it's for the 18th, the other ones are for
17.
17th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about the 18th on these?
The 18 is the one that's the undivided interest account. When you use the property ID, which we've always, since the new Harris governor, we were supposed to be able to use the property ID, you know, but you cannot. The GEO is the only way, so we have gone back to GEO, is the only way to pull up undivided interest account. All of the, when you pull up that GEO, all of those undivided interest accounts will pull up. And that's why you have, I have the GEO numbers. But yes, sir, they are from 17, and,
He didn't.
I don't know why this is just coming up on the 17th, I don't.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering. I know normally send out statements every so
Yes, sir.
often.
You do, you do. And most of them, if they think they've paid everything, they just chunk it. It was just, it's no excuse. There is fiscal, there's taxpayer responsibility.
Yeah.
There is, there's taxpayer responsibility. I just, he indicated to me that when he paid his 18s on these other accounts, the 17s, that he wasn't told there were delinquent taxes on that. You know, there again, you get in he said, she said. It's a tough situation.
I made a motion to waive the 10 county.
I second.
Motion been made, second, we waive the PI, on the GL, ID, and all those numbers. I would like to make one comment.
Yes.
I have multiple accounts, and my wife is going to keep up with all the receipts and everything, so she comes down and she gives a blank check to Melissa and also appraisal district, and then she tells them to call and tell her how much they wrote the check for.
Right.
And it has happened multiple times that we leave 1 or 2 out.
Right.
But y'all always just said, well, just pay the regular amount. So, one of my.
It's been coming out of my pocket, and I just, with my husband retired, I can no longer do it.
And I told her last week,
I,
that should never happen.
yes, sir, that's what's happened on me. I don't have the authority to waive penalty interest, I don't have the authority to waive attorney fees, but it has come out of my pocket. I had told on the business account that I would pay that penalty and interest, but then the others came up, and I can't keep doing it. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I just can't, I can't do it anymore. But maybe with this
People make
form,
mistakes.
people make mistakes, we're all human, we're all human. But I have, and there have been times that I have brought it to court, but they're few. When it was, it was, anyway, maybe I didn't agree or whatever, but, that's why I have made this form, so if you come in without your statements, then you're going to be asked to write all the names. So,
Any more
that's,
discussion?
you know, I just, you do it anyway. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move down to, number 5. Authorize the advertising proposed grant application development and project management of the Y 2019 pre-disaster mitigation PDM grant program. Liz?
We've got, Owen had reminded me that these grants are coming up. There's 2. One of them is the PDM, pre-disaster mitigation. That's the one where we update our, hazard mitigation plan. I couldn't find the words there. And, we need to go ahead and, get somebody hired to start working on that, application for the grant. And then the other one, that's just mitigation, isn't it?
It's flood mitigation.
Flood
Yeah.
mitigation programs.
Right.
We just need to go ahead and get grant administrators for that so they can assist with the, or do the application, or we can assist them with the application and get this rolling.
So we have to go out and bid?
Yes, for, so they can, we do that for the application and to administer the grant. Yeah, we're just advertising. Bobby,
Great.
he did the last.
Yeah, he did the
He did the
last 2
Yeah, he did the last 2.
on our hazard mitigation plan. Our hazard mitigation plan has to be renewed every 5 years. And that's one of the first things they look at. If we do not have an approved hazard mitigation plan, then all of our FEMA funds are basically held up. Ours is still good until 2022, but you have 3 years to update it once this gets approved. Next year, we'll be down to 2 years on it, and so it usually takes about a year or so to write it, to get it, and get it submitted to TDM, because they usually send it back with some revisions, get those done, and then once it's approved by them, it has to go to FEMA for approval, so it's a pretty lengthy process there on getting all that done.
That's the book I looked at my office. the other
Yes,
day.
yes.
You looking for a motion, Judge?
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to advertise for request for proposal for the grant application development and project management for the year 2019 pre-disaster mitigation grant program.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to advertise for request for proposal for grant application development and project management for the pre-disaster mitigation for the 2019 grant program. Any discussion?
Who else is, there are other people that handle this type of stuff?
Yes. I've already kind of checked into that. There's other people.
There are
out
other
there.
vendors?
Yes.
Grant writers or whatever.
Mm-hmm. For both of these.
Any more discussion? Not all in favor? 5 votes. Number 6 is authorizing the request for proposal grant application development project management for the flood mitigation assistance program. Liz already touched on that, so your motion.
So moved.
Motion been made, seconded. Any more discussion? Not all in favor? 5 votes. And number 6, 7 is the resolution to authorize to submit grant application 2016 HED, MID, competition grant application.
Sorry, we were discussing the change I had made on the first page of the resolution. This is the grant that we've been working fast and furious on the past week. And it is to It is for flood and drainage improvement projects, not to exceed $19 million. It's our standard resolution saying that we're going to follow all the rules and what the grant is for. And it's due Wednesday, so Mark and Pat, I think, worked all weekend. I think y'all all worked some the weekend, y'all's day off. I appreciate y'all's work on it. But this is just something that a piece of paper has to go with it.
Well, I've got enough for the 19 million, I don't know what the others gonna do.
I think they're going down the list, seeing what's going to qualify and what's not right now.
What's your motion to accept the resolution?
I make the motion. We accept the resolution authorizing submit the grant application for the 2016 HUD MID competition grant application.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any more discussion? Not all in favor? Aye. Okay, number 8, budget workshop. Ms. Lee.
After we had court last Monday, we had went over the,
It's just one page.
yeah, she's got
That's
the
big, yeah, that's too big, yeah, waste of money.
I had went over the changes that we had done where we had increased the K building expenses in the airport to cover the grant. And I had added the 29 hour, increased the part-time to 29 hours a week for JP1. The changes to the assistant DA salary through her state funds, and I moved cell phone allowance to her first assistance from her expert witness. Nothing else has changed since then. I ran the numbers and we're still good. So do y'all have any additions, corrections, move stuff around before I print the final budget?
And we got the pickup taken care of.
Yes, we already got that took care of.
What did end up going to get that one?
30,
The truck?
Yeah.
35.
yeah, we got that took care
They've
of.
done quite a bit of work to it. Just that turn haggle. 141.
41 35, pretty good. And that was the only,
I made him commit to 5 free oil changes. That'll be the last, I'm sure.
That's $300.
yeah, indeed, that's been said.
I'm gonna take him with me when I go looking for my car.
Yeah, I do the same thing. If
Well,
they
your
really
mom-
want to
What can
find
you
it,
give me?
For the 115,000.
so anything that's free, I want it. I want it tacked on.
Oh, and they are tickled about it too. They are just so excited.
And that was the only 3 or 4 things that we,
Yeah, that was all that we had talked about last time. Nothing else had come up, and I'll go over everything with the door closed quietly one more time.
What are we gonna do about the cell phones, our personal cell phones, being our county phones?
When I catch my breath, I gotta look at that bill that was passed, that law, and then I've gotta look. We've got under, I forget what it's called. It's called DIR. It's a state contract. That's what we have those little Verizon hotspots under, at just a real cheap price for unlimited. They have a program for county governments that I guess I'm gonna need to look into, because that's gonna, because a lot of y'all have y'all's county email on your phones, and
Well, I
you
did.
know, you took it off. So that's something we gotta talk about, because even your text, voicemails, all of that kind of stuff, it has to do with business. You've got to keep it. And it wasn't long ago. I mean, you know, I just got a new phone, so all my stuff's gone, my old stuff. So, you know,
Well, that's gonna only affect us.
it affects everybody. Yeah, the sheriff's department, they have all of their,
You know, I don't know how that bill slip through TAC and the Sheriff's Association and all
Yeah.
the, I don't know how that bill got through without it drawing any attention.
I heard nothing about, I didn't know anything about it until I got to Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still don't know what y'all talking about.
Wrong people
Where-
in the meeting.
Any business you do on your
Any
personal
county
cell
business.
phone, any county business,
That's
on your
gonna
personal
cost,
cell phone is
uh,
open to open records. You
every
gotta
county.
keep text, you gotta keep
I mean,
voicemails, you
You
gotta
take the
keep,
big county.
they can seize your phone and
Lord,
get everything
the
off.
money that comes
Personal
in.
stuff.
Personal
I
stuff
advise you
and
to turn
all.
your phone on. I advise you not to do any kind of business on yourself.
Well, hell, my office phone's been out for a week.
Yeah, I know, they keep telling them they coming.
I'm just telling you. Just telling you.
So anyway, that's next on our radar to take care of, to see what we can
You
do.
turn it off.
Do like the county does, don't take it with you.
He just leaves his all over.
Somebody like me or him or somebody that's got some other business going on besides county business, it affects us a whole lot,
Yeah,
okay?
The county is responsible for 4 years to keep all of that data.
uh-huh.
And I did the same thing. I'm not, if someone texts me, the most I'll say is call me. That's it, call me.
Well, I was wondering why you done that.
But I will tell you, there are several counties that I know of that have purchased for their key people county phones now. No longer phone allowances are gone. Key people have
Well, crap, we use our
County-
cell phones when we do the radio. That's the
county,
radio, that's my truck.
county issued cell phones.
I think the
There
sheriff
could be
is.
some kind of program for county government.
It is,
You know,
there is.
white
It is,
bar with guidelines
You know,
and
you get it at a
Yeah.
reduced
So you get like
price.
25 phones, unlimited or whatever. They'll come up with that stuff all the time.
You better check into it, but I think you're a little different from the rest of them.
Yeah, the sheriff's department's a little bit different.
It's crazy, that's what I'm saying, it's gonna be
It's a mess.
another one of those unfunded mandates that
A
we
mess.
have to put up with.
I tell you, I'm done. I took mine off mine. I'm done. I will not chance it.
But Judge and I have talked about that, and that's next on our radar that we've got to address quickly.
There's somebody using me for it. I'm a
Well, I don't-
perfect candidate
I don't-
for that.
Yeah.
I don't know what, you know, there's nothing going on. A lot
You'd
of
be
people got me
surprised.
on my cell phone.
You'd be
you know,
surprised.
Yeah.
Be surprised. Kind of things can be took now and made nothing and made a big thing.
Twisted,
Twisted.
twisted. Innocent into something sinister.
Just turn the TV on every morning and watch it. So I told you what I've done. If they want to email me, they can email me to my computer, not to my cell phone. Or text me or anything else to my cell phone.
Call me at the office.
Call me at the office.
I guess that's it for budget workshop.
And that's all you have on
Yes, sir.
budget work?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and go to number 9, approve and adopt the 2020 Newton County budget. Appropriate action.
Can we do that before we approve the,
Yeah,
can we?
we're supposed to. That's why we're moving those other two things in. I got them backwards.
What's that?
Somebody make a motion.
You're looking for a motion?
Yes, Mr. Lee, go and explain.
I've kind of explained everything. I've told y'all the changes that we've made. With the budget summary, we're looking at, if we collect everything and spend everything that we budgeted, we're looking at using, an extra $1.5 million next year, but I don't anticipate us expending everything that we've budgeted, just like every year. Well, we've got some extra stuff in there just for 1 year, just for the 1 year, some, maintenance and things like that. That's why it jacked up. But then we've also, that beginning balance should be higher, which is gonna make it better. Because we've got some funds out there that we've not received yet, so that's all gonna be, this is just a very rough estimate, because we know that we've got probably about $4 million out there that we're due, that's supposed to be coming by the end of the year from these grants.
This meeting has above the extra increased income we had this year or for next year?
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
So it's actually not gonna be $1 million?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just looking at cash part, sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve. Approve the adoption of the 2020 Lincoln County budget and any appropriate action.
They got some special language supposed to be used, right? On that second page.
Oh, that's what I was looking for, I'm sorry. Yes. Where is it? Where's that at?
What is it?
The special language to adopt the budget. Sorry. Oh, that's on top of property rates.
Right here. It says here.
That's on setting the tax rate. Just adopting the budget, I think all you have to do is say, I approve the adoption of the,
I think the special language is for the tax rate.
yeah, that's for the tax rate, which we're not there yet.
Make sure.
So who made the motion, Bill?
Yes, Bill and Gene.
I made the motion.
Gene second.
Yeah, and Gene seconded already. We just got one over here. Any more discussion on the document?
Gotta get them to sign this.
Now, all in favor? Your vote. Four.
I'll get him to sign all this other stuff. I need you to sign that.
What do you mean?
We have one opposed.
Oh, you vote against it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 4-1. We'll go back up to, number 3. Approve the Newton County 2019, maintenance and operating tax rate, $0.657739, 200 a day, $2 a day.
Okay, the court has decided to go with this year's rollback rate, which is, when you figure the taxes on a $100,000 home, the total tax rate will be increased on a $100,000 home 13 cents. That's you might as well just say $100,000 with a vacuum. It's 13 cents difference, so it's very minute difference. And that's the total tax rate. You see in the order I have all of the new language that's required. Our maintenance and operations on a $100,000 home is down $7.83, a decrease. So on our maintenance and operations tax rate, it is lower than last year's, and on a $100,000 home, it's, like I said, it is a decrease of $7.83. Is there any questions, anything? The maintenance and operations portion is a decrease of $7.83.
Didn't realize it
On
was
a
both out of box.
$100,000 on a $100,000 home. Our debt rate this year, we're not working on that yet, but it's up. But we have to, it's not subject to the triple taxation.
But with the increase in
In
the
the
values,
debt.
that's where our increase in tax revenue came from, with the
Yeah.
increase in the values.
Yeah. But the court decided to go with the rollback rate because of so many things that have to be done. There's building repairs and maintenance is my understanding. Take it.
Motion approved.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion been made, second to approve the 2019 maintenance and operating tax rate .65773 per hundred dollar per claim. Any more discussion? If not, all in favor? Fine. And number 4 is approve the Review County 2019 debt service rate .03334 per hundred dollar worth of days. Sign order to adopt the 2019 tax rate .69873 per hundred dollar worth of days.
That's, this is our debt service rate, what it will take to make our payments, our debt payments for tax year 2020. I mean, excuse me, fiscal year 2020 for tax year 19. Fiscal year 2020. .033134 is what it will take. And then, of course, the order must be signed, and I've given the judge the new language that must be in the, motion.
That's it, right?
Yes, sir. For the total tax rate. Any questions? Okay.
Well, I may have a question.
Okay.
On number 3, the one we just approved,
Yes, sir.
it shows .657739,
Yes, sir.
and, I'm looking over at the other, your maintenance and operation is 58, such, and debt. Where did
Well,
the
it has-
where did the 657739 come from?
I need to correct that. There's another, yeah, you're right. Yes, thank you. Because that's the, that is the general fund portion I left the special road and bridge. I'll correct that and get that back to you. Let me go do that right now. Y'all can approve it and, no, you got it. That's correct.
That's correct.
That's correct. It's just the order. I'll have it back to y'all to sign. Thank you.
So these are
How much is it going
.001. It's not even a penny. .001, I forget, but it's like.
It wasn't any way to shave at all.
Why would you look at it all? Why would you
You
want
see
to?
that? I was like, that is smoke
I
on the
mean, I
courthouse.
thought
What
they
the
agreed it
hell?
wasn't going to go up on tax.
Yes, it is correct.
It's .001, it's less than a penny, I mean, that's like,
I mean, I done told.
The only thing-
What?
what actually went up was the debt service rate, because we bought a bunch of new equipment, that's why. That's what went up.
Yeah. That's correct.
Our other tax actually, Melissa, correct me if I'm wrong, our other tax actually went down a little bit. It's the debt rate that went up.
Yes, the maintenance and operations did, but that, the
Yeah.
order is correct. You
Yeah.
added that in the lateral road. You have to
Yeah,
separate
add
out.
the two.
I did the last one, somebody else get on.
Well, you're leaving.
I make the motion that we approve.
Wording has to be said.
We approved the Newton County 2019 debt service rate of .033134 per $100 of value, and move that the property taxes rate be increased by the adoption of the 2019 total tax rate of 0.690873 by signed order, which is effectively an 8.51% increase in the tax rate.
That's confusing.
Yes, it-
8.51 increase.
That is.
And that's the
Well,
increase
because
in
you're
number
dealing
one.
on values.
I'm just asking a
Oh,
question.
no, it's values. Your maintenance and operations portion is on values, and it is very confusing.
Yes.
But when you add your maintenance and operations, your interest and sinking or debt service, it comes out to 8 point, and you figure your values, 8.51%. I checked it, had it checked, Tony Rhodes, Matthew Tepper, because it is confusing. You got 8% one spot and 8.51 that I have.
But when the people get their tax bill, that tax rate is gonna be .69 something, right?
Well, it's gonna be split out. Well,
What is
they're
the
gonna say
total?
Newton County, they're gonna see Newton County Lateral Road. It's such a minute difference until it's not gonna be very noticeable at all.
Yeah,
It's gonna look almost the same.
But I realize that then there's only a 0.5%. But then it says, he just read it increased 8.something%.
Right. On this order, on the motion, submit it into the court records, it has to state that. It's not gonna state that on your tax statements. It's not gonna state it anywhere else but in the budget that's filed and in the order in court.
Increase 8.5. What was it last year?
We went with the effective last year.
And what was our factor?
It was, the total was .6908,735. That was with, but our debt rate, that was with the debt rate, it was lower. The breakdown, I don't have it. It's very little,
So the public's not gonna see the
no,
8.5%
sir.
increase.
No, sir.
And I still, because I couldn't explain it to them, because I still don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You know,
Well,
Tax rate went up a half cent, and then you
let me
read
back
another
up on
line that
that.
says went up 8.5%.
There's something that has to be put in the paper, and, it will say something, it will say that, yes. It has to be put in the paper. Send them to me. I'll go through everything with them.
Well, there's not an actual 8.5.
Because of the increase in the value, it is.
Increase the value.
The value this year, our appraised taxable value is increased, a big increase from last year.
Is that the 8.5, the increase in the value?
That's right.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's where it comes
All right, I don't have a problem with that. Okay.
It's the
I'm just a little-
value, it's the
that run
value
in just a little
increase.
slow.
It's the value increase.
Okay.
Glad they asked.
We can blame it on Marty.
There you go.
You cannot get anybody to pay you that difference.
You can't what?
You can't get anybody to pay you that. It's not worth it.
Well, I don't know about that.
Your appraised value, you think you get your appraised value to your house?
No.
Okay. What kind of,
Give it to me.
But I can assure you Marty's probably low.
oh, no, I agree,
No,
yeah, I agree.
She's all right, but she don't have a appraisal, bitch, she don't. But she's got them on, she's tough.
But to,
50 days.
the state is tough on her.
Yeah.
Cause they come in and they, I mean, that, you know, I know this rollback, that's something that every appraisal district was hit on. I mean, they're pulling. And they have no advance, there's been, she's had several where she didn't have any advance notice they were coming. Or maybe that day, so it's,
Here, second.
big road, tough,
When you make the motion, that's the,
state's tough.
second, Ken.
I'll second.
Boston, you just realized, we're not Boston.
That motion been made and seconded, I'm not gonna read it off, find it through, any more discussion? Not all in favor? One against. This morning, we'll be back at 3 o'clock this afternoon.